As we were heading our way over to the Highway 400 from Torrance Barron, my wife was trying to find out some camping grounds nearby to see if they have any availabilities for the night and to see if we can, well, stay for the night. On our way to the 400, the truck started acting up really violently. Engine was misfiring. It was rocking really bad. It just almost happened out of the blue. Now, during the week of our tour to Montreal and coming back to Montreal, there was about 3 times that the truck actually misfired, and it was about of like a kind of like a knock or a bang. But it only happened like a one-time knock or a backfire. And so I figured, like there's something going on, but I was like, hey, it really does sound like this. And at this time, the only thing that's really standing out as the truck was running, we ran it for a couple of minutes to listen to the ticking, to listen to what was going on. It was cylinder 4 that was giving the most problems. I was like, okay, well, we got to see what's going on here. So I went ahead and I stuck a pressure gauge or cylinder pressure gauge tool into the cylinder 4. It was pretty good for compression ratio. It was a little low, but not tremendously low. It was still like, I think it was like 120 psi or 114 psi. So I went ahead and I removed the rocker cover to check out to see what it was, to check all the rockers to make sure that they were nice and tight. Well, cylinder 4 on I believe that it's the exhaust valve, the rocker was free. And that's exactly where the ticking noise was coming from. All right, so took the rocker cover off. These are all the rockers. So cylinder 1, both are okay. That one's a little, I don't know if that's okay. 2, which is the problem that we have. And then, watch this. That is an issue. So, that means that the valve, the valve is shot. And so on this side, on the passenger side of the truck, we have cylinder 2 and cylinder 4. No, cylinder 6, my apologies. So 4 and 6 are the shutdown cylinders for the fuel economy. And on the driver's side, it's cylinder 1, which would be the very first cylinder, and cylinder 7, which is the very back cylinder. Those two get shut down on the driver's side for the fuel management system. So, called GM, told them what was going on, that rocker is done, and they confirmed that it was a lifter valve. Anyway, so I decided to go ahead and take on the job to fix the motor myself. Now, the main reason why I did that was because it's friggin' expensive, man, to get it done. So, the parts alone was like around $1,500, like $1,500 just parts alone. And then I was getting quoted for labor anywhere between $1,200 to about $1,400, $1,200 to $1,400 just in labor itself. And I was just like, this is mind blowing. Like, holy mac. Yeah, like I said, I decided to go ahead and fix the motor myself. All right, so I'm not doing a how-to on this because honestly, it's pretty involved. Just showing a progress of where I'm at. So the intake manifold is off, as you can see. I took out all the rockers, the rocker arm, the push rods. I'll show you in a second. Next that I am doing is I think it's time to take out the actual head itself. So far it's doing pretty good. I haven't broken any studs or nuts or bolts, which is really good. So yeah, so as we go, I'm going to show you guys the bench right now. All right, so as you can see, that is the intake manifold. We have all the coils for the spark plugs, the rocker cover, that's out. There's the new gasket for the intake manifold. What else? There is all the rockers and the push rods. This one right here is the cylinder that has the problem, and that is the set of rocker and push rods that was loose. So I have some good news. This push rod is not bent, which I'm super stoked and happy about. So trying to keep everything organized, my intake. I am going to need spark plugs. I literally pulled it out. This stayed on the spark plug and the wire ripped right off. It is what it is. Anyways, alternator, I had to pull that out to take out the manifold. This is that rocker arm cradle thing. So named it, we're C2, so cylinder 2. That's supposed to be cylinder 8 is over here. My daughter is giving me a hand. But anyways, that's to indicate that this is the front side of the truck. This is the back side of the truck. And then again, C1, cylinder 2, cylinder 4, cylinder 6, cylinder 8. Again, like I said, cylinder 4 is the one that has the issue. And this is the push rod and the rocker that was having the issue. So, yeah. Okay. As we keep pushing on. Oh, yeah. Lots of fun. Okay, so I finally got the head off. I'm going to show you guys what is going on. So this is cylinder 2, cylinder 4, cylinder 6, cylinder 8. The issue that was happening was on cylinder 4, and then cylinder 4 and cylinder 6 on this side of the engine is the AFM, the automatic fuel management system. Those are the two cylinders that get shut down on this side, and then on that side it's cylinder 1 and cylinder 7. So it's the first and then the last cylinder. Those are the automatic fuel management system cylinders. So those two get shut down. These two get shut down when it's in V4 mode. And so these are the valves that are the hydrolock valves. And as you can see, this one right here, it's been collapsed. And that right there is causing the issue. So you can see that it's lower than this one, lower than that one, lower than that one. So the idea now is to remove those two bolts that's holding on to the carrier, and then we are gonna pull out the valves. Maybe I should try pulling out the valves now before I pull out the carrier. Yeah. All right, so I got everything cleaned up. The old valves are out. I cleaned up the area where the gaskets are gonna go. I cleaned up the header. I also cleaned up over here on the head for the intake. I also did that for the head that is removed. All along there, on all the sides, there's the gasket, the head gasket. There is the gasket for the manifold. And now I'm just dealing with the valves. So I got the brand new valves right here, and I am gonna dip them into this oil just to lubricate them to put them in. So I need 2 of the big ones, 2 of the small ones, which are right here, 2 small ones. So I'm gonna soak them in, put them in the carrier, and then drop them into the truck. All right, so everything's put back together. Oil's in there, coolant's in there. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more coolant. It's a tad low. Well, we're gonna wait for it. What else? All the wires are put in. Everything's all tightened, torqued. Okay, good to go. All right, Bella, count of 3, start the truck. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. There it is. Truck is running. All right, so this is not the first time we started the truck. It's been running for the last about 30 minutes or so. Been trying to see what's going on. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was running good, and it is. So new rockers, new plugs, new wires. Yeah. Did an oil change, put new coolant in. Ready for the next adventure. Coolant's good, tranny's good, oil temperature's good, RPM's decent, super smooth. All right, oil pressure, give it a little punch up to about 15. Yeah, oil pressure's good. All right.
Using the CTS3, I was able to shut down the V4 mode. This is just a test to show that it's only operating in V8.